When you talk about exercise, most people think it's mindlessly running a marathon or pumping iron until your veins pop. But exercise is a lot more than that. And that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video. I don't care who you are, where you're from, or what you did. As long as you love me. Exercise is going to benefit you immensely, and that's a fact. Here's some of the benefits of using resistance training and cardio of some form in your daily routine. Improved bone mineral density, reduced sarcopenia, which is age-related muscle loss, improved mood and energy levels, improved confidence and posture, slowed down aging, improved hormonal profile, and improved cognitive and brain function. If that's not enough reason for you to include exercise into your routine, I don't know what is, and you're probably watching the wrong channel anyways. But if all of these appeal to you, then you're at the right place. So let's talk about the different forms of exercises now, shall we? There can be different forms of exercises. This can be due to aesthetic goals, to look good, or in general to improve your health and quality of life, or you're an athlete that's looking to improve their sport performance. All of this requires some form of exercise. And I like to consider 4 main forms of exercise. Consider these as the 4 pillars of exercise. That is resistance training, cardio, speed or agility training, and flexibility or mobility. Now let's talk about all of these in little more detail. Resistance training is anything that puts your muscle under tension and allows it to grow or get stronger, as simple as that. So this can include using weights, it can be free weight or body weight training, also known as calisthenics, or if you want a more minimalistic approach, you can use just resistance bands. Trust me, there's a lot you can do with that, it's very versatile. All of these can be considered resistance training. And within resistance training, there's sub goals, right? If you want to improve your strength, you train within the 1 to 6 rep range. For hypertrophy or to build muscle, you train within the 6 to 12 rep range. And to improve your power, you reduce the weight such that your focus is on maximizing your velocity, the speed of performing a movement, and you do within 1 to 5 rep range. And you can also focus on muscular endurance, which is more than 15 reps in general. Typically, the more heavier the weight gets, the more you're doing compound exercises that are structurally loaded, such as squats and deadlifts. And you can also train power using these same movement patterns, the main movement patterns such as squats, deadlifts, overhead press, rows, etc. But power training is traditionally done using Olympic lifts like the clean, the snatch, the jerk, those kind of movements which work really well in improving your power. And this is something that takes a little bit more skill, so it is not for beginners, but you can definitely scale down to doing something that is a more simplified version of it. Performing plyometric movements can also improve your power. This typically includes using any sort of a jump movement. It can be on a box or on the floor that is focused on maximizing how much power you can generate in a very short amount of time. And next is cardio, which can include either low intensity steady state cardio or high intensity interval training. Those are just simplified generalization of various forms of cardio that do exist. If you want to learn more about it in detail, I'll make another video on it. But for now, on your screen, you can see what are the different types of cardio that you can implement in your training routine. And the next part is flexibility or mobility, which is very important for every single human being to maintain good posture and in general to prevent injury. Because if you have limited range of motion, you're not able to move freely, and you load yourself under it, or you challenge yourself by running or doing any sort of everyday activities, your chances of getting hurt are a little bit higher. So yes, doing mobility, doing flexibility puts your body in the right form, the way it's meant to be. And that's something everybody should include, no matter how young you are, how old you are, you're a man or a woman, that's something that everybody needs to include. Also, resistance training is something everybody should include, and I've made videos on it. You can check it out right here. The last and 4th pillar of exercise is speed or agility training. This is particularly important for athletes who need to rapidly change their direction during sport or react to an external stimulus such as a ball being thrown at them or a player trying to charge at them. Those kind of scenarios, it's very important for you to be quick on your feet, to be agile, and to be able to react accordingly. So this can include any sort of drills. That could be ladder drills, it could be placing cones or hurdles, different types of skips, marches and jumps. This is very important for those kinds of athletes. For the general person who just wants to be healthy, who wants to look good and feel good, these are not a necessity at all. But if you are an athlete, you should definitely consider this. Further talking about cardio, it's also important to train the different energy systems in your body. When you're going full out maximum effort, your body mostly utilizes the phosphocreatine system. When you're using a little bit of effort, but it's not that easy, you go into the glycolytic system. And when it's dead easy, something that you can sustain for hours on end, your body uses the oxidative system. So all of these energy systems have their purposes, and depending on your goal and what kind of performance you demand from yourself, you should train all of these. To be a well-rounded athlete or a well-rounded person who's healthy and fit and capable of moving and just living life to the fullest, that's what I want from myself. I'm not a competitive athlete, but I want to be a well-rounded, balanced athlete. You can call me a lifestyle athlete, right? So I focus on resistance training, I focus on cardio, I focus on mobility and flexibility, also on plyometrics, speed and agility kind of training. That's also because it is my profession to train athletes. So for me to perform these things myself gives me a much better understanding on these things. And that's it about this video. If you enjoyed the information that was in there and you want to implement it in your own training routine, I can help you do so. You can just DM me on Instagram or write me an email and I can coach you online so that you can reach your goals hassle-free with a proper structured, organized approach without beating your head against the wall and not knowing where to go and what to look for. So that being said, if you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, comment down below what other content you want me to cover in the future, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, and share this video with your friends who are interested in exercising and want to be healthy and fit. And until next time, take care, stay hungry.